Hey, welcome to my journey. I'm not sure what time it is. I didn't look, but it must be school time because as soon as I come out here and sit down, here comes the traffic. But anyway, this is a weigh-in video. Every week, I don't know how it's going to go because I'm not actively trying to lose weight. I'm not trying. I'm not doing anything. There's no diet that I'm doing. This is gonna get on my nerves. As if everything ain't lately. Anyway, I got on the scales this morning and I lost 3.4 pounds. That puts me at, I looked at it, it's like, yeah, 13 pounds on the nose for the month of May. From the last from the last one of April to these two in May. That puts me at 13 pounds. Here's what's going on. Y'all know I told you a couple weeks ago. Had a grilled cheese sandwich for breakfast. I did not want my prep. That's another thing. What was I saying? Oh, a few weeks ago I told you how sick I had been being on that new medication. And then when I stopped being sick. I mean, I was sick 24/7. The only time I wasn't sick is if I was asleep. Whether I ate or I didn't eat, I couldn't eat, everything made me nauseous. And I had my psychiatrist visit Saturday. I told him, I said, I know you're going to fuss at me. I said, but I could not take being sick one more second. He said, no, you did the right thing. Because if it was a side effect, he said, no, you did the right thing. I said, okay, thank you. And then he prescribes me, and then we talk a little bit, and he prescribes me a new medication. And it gets to the pharmacy, or I could have had it that day, because my pharmacy, knock on wood, they're really fast. It's a different CVS than the one I used to go to, and they're like leaps and bounds above the old one. Try to get David to move, but he won't. He's such a creature of habit, which I am too, but I will change when things, anyway. I got a thing that said they were contacting my doctor for some prescription or something. I'm like, oh my gosh, what? So I waited for Monday, give them time to read whatever the pharmacy sent. So then I called Tuesday, I guess it was, the pharmacy, and it's a drug that requires insurance prior approval. So it's one of these that is expensive. It doesn't have a generic out yet. And so they just want to make sure if they want to pay their part. I mean, I got a higher copay for those drugs with no generics, but I guess they want to make sure if they want to pay their part. So I'm waiting on that. I could have had that in my system. So, that's just aggravating. I don't typically have a drug that they've had to do that before. So I'm not used to waiting. But I think all I can figure is, because whenever I got sick, I couldn't eat. I lost that 7 pounds that one week. I told you I just couldn't eat. I just couldn't eat. And then I've lost these good amounts the past 2 weeks since then. I told John, I said, it's almost like I got a brand new gastric bypass. That's what it feels like. It feels more like it's working now than it did when I first got it. That's no joke. I know somebody told me one time, because you're not working it. Well, I'm sure I didn't work it a lot of times, and a lot of times I did. And even when I worked it, I would gain weight. So if you're not in my body, you can't really say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But it's like I don't know if it shrunk my already little stomach because I couldn't eat, if it shrunk it down, and I don't know how that works. Excuse me. I don't know how that works. Oh, we gotta talk about this too. You notice it's not a coffee cup. But I can't hardly eat. I can eat, like, okay, for example, last night I made some beef tips, the little Hormel kind, I had popped it in the freezer, and some rice and some pole beans. I took 2 bites of meat with 2 bites of rice, on the same fork, and about that many green beans, and I was stuffed to the gills. To make sure I even ate, I just set it over there beside my chair, and I would let that go down a little bit, and then I would eat a little bit more. Never could finish it all. I eat in those little bowls that are about, hold on. I eat in those little bowls that are about like that big. and 9 times out of 10 I can't even finish it. So there is something to be said for eating in a calorie deficit. You know, that's what they always say, calories in, calories out. Well, they tell you when you have gastric bypass, if you don't eat your protein, you're not going to lose weight. Well, I have proved that wrong the past 3 weeks. Even though I have been eating protein, when I make it, I'll eat it. I'll try to eat it first, but I can still only get 2-3 bites of it down. And then, even when I made my Alfredo noodles, the pappardelle from Trader Joe's, I ate like 5 noodles and I was stuffed. I couldn't eat another bite. I told John that too. I said, I can eat, and then if I even try to eat 1 more ounce than what my stomach can hold, it is all but going to come back up. I can't do it. I did get sick one day last week. I didn't think I ate that much, but it happened. You can feel the difference, and I guess before you have, unless you're really in tune to your body, which I have never been in tune with my body just said, eat it, just eat it, eat it till you can't eat no more, stuff your face. And that's how I always ate. No, not always, until I started gaining weight. And then it's like the more weight I gained, the more food I ate, and the more food I ate, the more weight I gained. You know how that goes. So there is a difference in feeling full and feeling stuffed. Stuffed is when you eat till it's gone. You see it on your plate, you're going to eat it, you know you've had enough, and you're going to keep eating it. A lot of my problem was I kept wanting to taste food. I just wanted to taste it. That is where the Ozempic has helped me. The Ozempic does not knock the weight off of me. Otherwise, I would have been already lost. Some people say people take Ozempic and still eat what they want. They still drop all the weight. Well, not me. Nothing in my body goes the way that it's planned to go. In your mind, the way you think it goes. There's always more to the story. And the one thing that Ozempic does for me, and if I have to take it the rest of my life, I will. I do not care. It's one little bitty teeny weeny little needle in the thigh or the belly once a week. I don't mind. It takes away the food noise. That's what it takes away. It takes away that constant nagging of eating food, thinking of food in my brain. That was part of my problem. I told you before, I've had a food addiction, flat out addicted to food. I've been addicted to several things over my life, and it's none of your business what they are. Just trust me, okay? Whenever I had my gastric bypass, when I went in for maybe my 6 months checkup, they only did a couple. I watched some other shows where they really keep up with their patients. Mine did not. I hate to say it, but I wouldn't recommend where I went. I just wouldn't. Now that I know what I know after the fact, I should have expected more in the beginning. But I went for like my 6 months, and I told her, I said, I cannot stop thinking about food. And you know, I was losing very slow. I'd even gain. I look back at my tracker, and when I was on my 2-week liquid diet, and I mean I followed it strictly because I was afraid I was going to hurt my brand new stomach, I gained weight. So what does that tell you? You know? And she said, well, we can't have that. We're going to get you on Ozempic. And that's the first time I took it. Well, I quit taking it for some reason. I can't remember why. And then I told my doctor, whenever the last time I took it, it's been a while now. I said, I can't handle this anymore. I said, I've got to have it. I cannot stop thinking about food. It consumed me. So if I have to take that to keep that noise out of my head, then I'll do it. And I have also seen, these things are popping up because I watch my 600-pound life on YouTube. It's a reminder of where I almost was and where I don't want to be. The struggles. It also gives me hope that someone in that big of a shape, the way they get through it and watching them from where they started to where they went and everything like that. If they can do it, I can do it. But here's the thing, it does come down, and that's what I was saying, I don't watch things, and then and these little, when you watch something, you know how your algorithm change. Well, things pop up that says, you lost weight by cheating. You had gastric bypass, you cheat. You had Ozempic, you cheat. That ain't cheating. That's using tools. That's like if you're building a house and you have a hammer and a nail, or you have a nail gun. You need the tool that helps you get through building that house. And it's not going to be the hammer and the nail. It's going to be the tool gun, because it's faster, it's quicker, and it's more efficient. So how is that cheating? I get so sick and tired of hearing people, I'm going to get on a soapbox right here, right now. I'm sick and tired of people thinking whatever tool you use to lose your damn weight is cheating. No. Obesity is a health problem. Obesity, we put ourselves there, but it's not just because we couldn't quit eating, because we didn't have willpower, because we have other things that, an addiction is an addiction. There are things, many reasons why people eat, many reasons why people get overweight, and it's not always because you overeat. The people are overweight not because they eat too much. There's biological things that come into play, but I get sick and tired of people thinking, oh, you cheat, I'm going to do it the natural way. I'm not going to do it to any help. Well, if you're on a diet, that's not natural. You know why? Because it changed the way you naturally ate. That's how I see it. So that's my soapbox. Don't tell me I cheated. It's because I used tools at my disposal. So what it does come down to is when they say calories in, calories out, they mean it. Now, I'm not exercising because my mental state, I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little agitated, but I'm feeling a little bit better. I've been cooking the past few days, so I'm getting that done. I was able to go to the grocery store yesterday, went to BJ's, had some things I had to get, so I had to go. And I've not felt like exercising. I got my brand new Richard Simmons. I ain't broke him out yet. I'll get to it. I just feel like if I can get this medicine, get my chemicals in the right place, then it's going to help me. I still have, I'm not over it. But the way I've been eating, and I've probably set myself up for a new standard of low eating, that if I start eating more, then I'll probably gain weight. But I can hardly eat because I can hardly hold anything in my stomach. And it lasts a while. I learned, and I didn't know this until I watched the TV show, gastric bypass does not control how often you can eat, just how much you can eat at one time. So you eat it, it goes down, you can eat again. You just have to not. But for this time, this go round, I'm not able to eat that often. I can just eat small bits and I'm done. That's what I was starting to tell you. There's a difference in feeling full and going overboard and taking it to the next level where you're stuffed. If we can figure out how, and if you need a tool to do it, then get your tool and screw anybody who tells you different. Figure out how to eat less. And I've not been on any kind of diet. I've not been specifically going high protein, low carb, no sugar, no this, no that, more vegetables. No, because there ain't been no more vegetables. That ain't happening. I've just been eating what I've been cooking and just small amounts of it. So there's the rub. If you can figure out how, and that's the hardest thing, because it's taken me years of trying on my own. And I just wanted to eat and eat and eat and eat. And that's where that Ozempic helps me. This smaller, I think, like I said, I think maybe my stomach shrunk and I can't hold food like I used to could. It's like it rebooted my bypass. Does that even make sense? I ain't searched it. I don't know if that's such a thing, but in my brain it is. So that's how I lost the weight. That's how I'm losing the weight, because I'm hardly eating. So if you can figure out a way to help you not overeat, and I've not given up anything. We had cake last weekend, whatever day we went to the grocery store. We went together because there were some things we needed. And it was like in between time to get my delivery. So me and David went together. And that's when we picked up some of our frozen dinners, because I relied on those for a few weeks, frozen meals. And then David would cook some. We got through, and I'm still not where I want to cook. I just don't know if I'll ever want to cook again. I really don't. I'm doing a special week this week though, a theme week. I'm going to do from a church cookbook. And it's a church cookbook from the church I grew up in, and it's one that I typed. We were putting together a cookbook for a fundraiser, and I volunteered to type it. So I typed in their program, the Cookbook People's program, I typed all the recipes. There was over 700 of them. I did it all by myself. Yes, I did. It was fun. That's back when I used to love to type and do all that kind of stuff. And oh my gosh, I loved busy work, officey busy work. I don't know why. When Holly was little, she liked to play school, and she would give every doll, every stuffed animal a paper. She would fill in those papers. She likes that kind of stuff too. So you'd think I'd be a list maker and check off lists, but I think it's because I don't want to be faced with what I have to do. I just soon stick my head in the sand and not do it. You know, we've seen this thing for somebody inherited a castle. I'm like, oh man, I ain't living in no castle. First of all, I'd be scared somebody be in one part of my house and I'm in the other part. And second of all, I don't want to clean the house I got. I sure as hell ain't cleaning no castle. David said he wouldn't move to another country. I said, oh no, I wouldn't move to another country. I mean, if I got a castle over here, the only castle I know of is the Biltmore House, which is very beautiful, by the way. It's in Asheville, North Carolina. So that's how I'm losing my weight. I'm not eating. So I don't have any words of wisdom of, like I used to, every time I tried something new, I would come on and I would tell you, okay, this is how I'm doing it now. And there would be something new all the time. I'm trying this, I'm trying that. I tried everything under the sun because nothing would stick. And then I'd get discouraged. And I'm like, well, this ain't working. I'm going to the next thing. Some of it I gave time, some of it I did not give time. I can sit here and admit that. But now I don't have any diet advice to give you other than eat less. And like I said, I've not micromanaged what I've been eating. I've just been cooking and I've been eating, and that's what I'm gonna do this coming week. I'm just gonna cook and I'm gonna eat, and that's how it's gonna be. Another thing which we were gonna talk about, I got a daggone bug in my tea. This is iced tea because coffee has forsaken me. Let's take a moment of silence. When I was sick on my stomach for them few weeks, coffee started making me feel bad, and it started not tasting good, and it would make me sick on my stomach, and then I would quit drinking it, and then it'd go, several few days. Well, let me try again. Oh, nope, can't do it, makes me sick. So now to the point where I can't even stand the thoughts of coffee. And y'all know I used to drink coffee from sun up to sundown. Back when I would get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, as soon as my feet hit the floor, I was to the coffee pot. I was getting my first cup of coffee, and I would drink it until bedtime. Y'all know I love my coffee. I can't do it anymore. I just can't. I can't even stand the thoughts of trying it anymore because I'm just flashing back to that sick feeling and that funny feeling, that funny taste. I just don't know if that medicine just really messed up my whole taste buds, stomach. I don't know. So I've been drinking my iced tea. I even had a cup of hot tea the other day, and it made me sick on my stomach. RJ was like, you reckon maybe it's hot drinks? Well, I make some reduced calorie hot chocolate. It don't make me sick. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. I think maybe I'll start using some of my tea bags and making them iced. I just don't normally drink the flavored teas, like the tea bags or loose teas, cold like that. I drink them hot. So I guess I'll try that out. But yeah, no more coffee for me. I give Holly my fun thrifted coffee maker that grinds your own beans. She was thrilled to get it, so I was happy to pass it along to somebody that really wanted it. And I give her my coffee beans and my loose coffee. I kept my Keurig and coffee pods that I had left, so when she's up here, she can make her a cup of coffee, or like if RJ's here and wants one or something like that. Oh, speaking of RJ, their due date is December the 8th. So we will have us a Christmas baby. And we're still voting for a girl. RJ said he feels like it's a boy. Me and Holly feel like it's a girl. We just know it is because we need a little girl. We have 2 little boys. We need a little girl. But, I don't know. Was there anything else we was going to talk about? I don't know. I don't really have much to say. I did stop yesterday to get me a, because I made the mistake. I wasn't hungry. And I went on to BJ's after my breakfast. I had had my breakfast a while, and then I went on to BJ's just to get it out of the way. And I got hungry. I did take a little drink, but I got hungry, so I stopped by McDonald's and just got a cheeseburger. You know, that cheeseburger was like $2.60-some just for a stinking little old baby cheeseburger. I don't like cheese on my hamburgers, but I didn't see the word hamburger, and I didn't want to just confuse anybody. That sounds terrible, but you know, when you put in these special orders, sometimes they don't quite get it right, so I just ordered the cheese on it. I couldn't even eat half of it, and I come home and threw the rest away because the rest of it sounded gross. But that's how I've been eating. I have been seeing things about like volume eating. We can eat more for the same amount or less calories than you were if you're a volume eater. But see, I couldn't do that. Well, first of all, I can't hold it in my stomach, but even if I had a regular sized stomach, I can't do that because I'm not going to sit down and volume eat carrots and celery and sugar snap peas and all that. I'm not going to do it. So if that's something you can do, look at volume eating. If you're a volume eater, if you like to eat a lot of food, look up nutrient dense, low calorie foods that'll fill you up. It'll give you that sensation of eating, of chewing food, because that's a lot of it, and see what you can do there. But I've never really been able, I don't know that I've ever even tried that one. I might have when I tried to push myself and tell myself I could eat vegetables. I've tried so many times over the years, I'm going to eat vegetables. And I buy vegetables. And you know what happened to those vegetables? They rotted in my refrigerator. Because we are not those kind of people. We like stuff that comes out of the garden. Greens and green beans. And beans, to us, beans is a vegetable. And taters, we like taters. That's the kind of stuff we like. And side dishes like rice and noodles and stuff like that. That's the kind of people, that's how we growed up eating, and that's how we know to eat. That's how we eat. Squash. But we're not going to sit around and eat like raw squash dipped in nothing. You know, we can eat peppers in like stir fries or fajitas or something like that. But to sit around and eat pepper strips, I like the way they taste, but I'm not going to do it because I don't love it. So if you can, try that. I mean, it's worth a try. Now, I'm still not going to have Little Debbie's in my house because I'm afraid I'm not craving them. The Ozempic has kind of took away my cravings, although I'll get into, like when we had cake, and I've got this itching thing going on with me, and I can't figure out where it's coming from. I told you that one medicine did it. I think it was a fluke. I think I took it right when I broke out with itching for something, and it has not stopped. It stopped for like 2 days, and now it's not stopped. Everything from the waist up is itching. Every single part of my body has some kind of itching going on. Anyway, I was wanting a cake with some chocolate icing, and I didn't want to make it because I knew we'd eat it. Now, I can't eat a lot of sweet one time because it makes me sick. Ooh, I can't eat a lot of sugar at one time. But I did get it, and I ate it. I couldn't eat it all at one time. That's a big piece of cake they give you in Walmart. You can go over there in the deli and get those single servings of dessert. I'll tell you that if you want a dessert, go over to the Walmarts. Or pretty much any grocery store has those single servings. You'll pay more than what you pay for probably making a whole cake or something, but you won't have it around you and be tempted on it. So it was good, and I got that out of my system. And I wanted some tater chips, and so I bought me some tater chips a couple weeks ago. And I can sit down and eat a handful of them, and then I'm done. So those are the things that I guess my tools are helping me with, and I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for them every day because obesity is not fun. Obesity is not healthy. Yes, love yourself, whatever size you are. That has nothing to do with the health of your physical body. Your mental love for yourself is one thing, but your physical body and the health that it's in and the problems that it's causing you, your joints and your bones and your muscles and your organs, those are different. So try to lose weight for that. Try to lose weight for all the things that you want to do that you can't do when you're overweight. You know, I've told you before, I was pushing 400 pounds, and I always said, as long as I can do what I want to do, I don't care how I look. I didn't. I did not. Did not. And then when my health started going down, I said, now I'll do something. And it's taken me years. It's taken me years. So don't give up. That's for sure. Don't give up. If it takes you years, it takes you years. But if you stop now, what they say, if you stop now, you're going to wish you were where you were before. So I don't know how it goes, but y'all know the saying I'm talking about. So I don't wish to ever go back to almost 400 pounds. Now, do I have a lot of saggy skin? Yes, I do. But how much better I feel? Oh, did I tell you my total weight? 146.5. I'm at 146.5, and I'm going to insert you a little something right here. Here we are back at our jar, our button jar, and we're going to put our 145. Stay. So we're working our way. So I'm getting there. I want to lose 200 pounds. I want to get to 175, and that will give me 55 more. 55 more pounds to go if I could get to 175. So I would be happy with that. Listen, I'm pretty happy with where I am right now, just to be honest with you. I seen a picture of myself when Holly's church, they had a little program with Jacob in it, and they caught us coming in the door, me and David. They were taking pictures of different things. They caught me and David coming in the door, and I wasn't even mad at it. When I looked at it, I know I still got a ways to go, but I wasn't even mad at it. I'm like, gosh, where you come from, I don't think you look too bad. And when I see myself going up in a store, because my legs have always been huge. I mean, huge. They're still big because there's a lot of sagginess on them, but they're big. I've always had big legs. My mama told me, she said, you're always going to have big legs. So she called it up. But when I walk into, and I've been wearing my shorts because it's been warm outside. Yes, I do wear my shorts. I don't care what's sagging. And I wear these shirts. I don't care. Listen, I told you I bought new shirts for the season, tank tops, but I keep not wanting to get them dirty. I want to take them to Jones in August. I don't want to have to buy any new shirts because I got those. I guess I could put one on to record and take it back off, but I ain't feel like it. If I go out in public, I'll throw one on. But when I walk up into a store, and you get your glimpse in the glass doors, if it's a glass door, and when I see, and those glass doors make you look bigger than you are. They really do. When I see my reflection, I'm not even mad at it. I look at my legs, I'm like, you're still big, but I'm not even mad at how you look. You look so much better than you used to. The swelling's gone down, the lymphedema's gone down. Knock on wood, the wounds are gone. Now I still have a big dark scarred area on my leg where I had that sore, that wound that took me 2 months at wound care to get rid of. So I don't like the way it looks, but whatever. I just think where I was and where I am now is such a big accomplishment. There's people I think that's what I was gonna say a while ago. People talk about you let yourself get big. Well, I guess I did, but I'm doing something about it now. And if bigness was only an aesthetic thing, who cares? If it's just aesthetics you're worried about because you don't like the way somebody big and fat looks, that's on you, that's not on them. When it comes down to your health, that's when it's on you. And you know what? It's not even on you about their health. That's not on you. They're the only ones that can fix it. I am the only one that could fix it. I'm the only one who has control over my body, what I eat, how I treat it. Just like you, you're the only one who has that control. Don't worry about what people think about you at your size. Just handle your business. If you're healthy, I just want to let you know it may not stay that way because I was healthy for a long time. I healthied my way on up to right at 400 pounds. And then everything went south. So just be careful. Love yourself, be yourself, don't care what people think. Their opinion of you is not your business, that's their business. Just be the best version of you that you know how to be. And that's what I'm trying to do. My clothes, I'll tell you one thing. We get on the scales because that's how we keep track of our progress. It's a fact. Scales shouldn't define you, and they shouldn't because there's fluctuations. But in the overall picture of things, they do give you your, like if you measure things in inches or miles or ounces when you're cooking or whatever, they give you measurements of how far you're going, how far you got to go, what you've done. So we do need to pay attention to the scales, but not let the scales define you. So if you have a gain one week, don't, get all over yourself about, worst week ever, unless you had a really bad week. Then you can kind of talk to yourself a little bit about that. But just know that the scale does give you an idea of where you're going. But another thing is how your clothes fit. Like these shorts I got on right now are so loose at the top. My other shorts that were just fitting good last summer, they're loose. My favorite pair of, we call them Samis. That's what we've always called them. My favorite pair of Sami shorts hang down my butt. Like them boys that walk around with their jeans pulled down and you see the drawers hanging out. If I had a shirt up high, that's what you would see. But I will wear them things until they will not stay up, and then I might just sew a dart in them just to keep them up because they're ratty, tatted, torn, messed up, but they're the most comfortable thing I own, and I love them. So, but to feel this right here, I was in there fixing it because my bra's sticking out because my gowns are falling off the shoulder. They're not staying up. So those are things to look out for too. And it's a good feeling. It really is. I'm getting around a lot better. When my back cooperates, then we'll be in business because I got my knees cooperating. When my back cooperates, and I go in 2 weeks, not next week, but the next week for my second nerve block. I know some of you were saying you hope that it helps. It is a temporary thing. It's like when you get numbed at the dentist and then it wears off as the day goes on. That's what that does. It is basically a test, if you will, to see if you would be a good candidate for ablation, which is just burning your nerves. That's all it is. And so the doctor called me the other day and said that, or the nurse, she called me. She said, the doctor said he thinks I'd be a really good candidate for ablation. And so we got to do the second one, which I'm nervous as a cat about doing it. I know what to expect. I was nervous before because I didn't know what to expect, and I had that past issue, and now I know what to expect, and I'm scared. I'm scared, but I'm just gonna have to suck it up and do it. But at least he will send me somewhere to put me out to have it done. Several of y'all had told me you had it done and it hurt, and I believe you. I 100% believe you. So anyway, we're gonna talk about my back again. Oh, I don't know if there's anything else I was gonna tell you. Holly and them went to the beach on Mother's Day. They had a good time. They got rained at night. They went camping. They got rained at night, but during the day it was stopped long enough for them to go to the beach and do whatever they wanted to do. And then I think it would rain on them again at night. But when she come home, she sent us a video of all the things that have sprouted. It looked like about everything had sprouted. Now our corn got obliterated. It had actually sprouted up a whole lot faster this year than it did last year. And it was just laying there. They were like this big. They were just broke off. David said he hopes they'll come back. So I hope it does. But all the beans, the green beans and the October beans, all the beans are up, cucumbers up, watermelons, cantaloupes up. Her onions were doing good, squashes are up. Tomatoes, we did lose about maybe 8 plants, she said, of those. It completely knocked them down. We had 2 different storms that did the damage. And I can't remember if she said we lost any peppers. I can't remember. But everything's doing really, really good. So, and the okra, Lord have mercy, there was a whole row of okra. So we're gonna have, knock on wood, everything goes like it should. I think we'll have us a good garden. They're gonna come up tomorrow. I told her, she just got home Tuesday. I said, don't bother coming up here on Wednesday because you know that's our day. Don't bother coming up here on Wednesday because you're gonna be tired. And you know, she probably won't get her laundry done and clean up everything they took. Because you know, when you go to the beach, you come home with a bunch of sand and everything. So they should be coming up here tomorrow. And I don't have a haul for you this week because I got up Tuesday. I didn't feel like shopping. Did not feel like shopping one iota. I do need to go to the Dollar Tree. There's a few things I need. I might venture out there today. I might not. If I do, I'll show you my haul tomorrow. So unless that, I guess I'll see you Saturday for menu plan grocery haul. There's not gonna be a prep this week neither. That's what I was gonna tell you. I ain't wanted nothing I prepped. See, it's just my whole appetite and stuff has changed. First couple of days was fine, and after that, I'm like, I can't do it. For the longest time, I could do prep. It didn't bother me at all, not at all. But I ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna go back to trying to figure out something to eat. Like this morning, I didn't want my prep. I made me a grilled cheese sandwich with my solar bread. So it was good protein in that, good fiber. So anyway, that's all I know. So I'll see you on Saturday, if not on Friday.